Stop crying. You're too sensitive. It's not a big deal. Toughen up. You heard those words so many times they stopped feeling like opinions. They started feeling like facts. Like there was something wrong with you. Something everyone else could see except you. After a while, it stopped sounding like something someone said. It started sounding like a diagnosis. So you adapted. You learned to say, "I'm fine," before anyone could ask. You laughed things off, shrugged, acted like nothing got to you, even when everything did. And it worked. Kind of. You got through school, got through the house, grew up, but the voice grew up with you. It didn't leave. It just got quieter, smarter, meaner. Now it lives in your head. Now it sounds like you. Now you say to yourself what they used to say to you, and half the time you don't even notice. This is how you learned. You cried at school once and somebody laughed. Maybe a classmate. Maybe a teacher who looked irritated. Doesn't matter. The lesson was the same. Don't cry here. So you held it until you got home, or until you were alone in a bathroom stall. Then it happened at home. You got upset, and somebody rolled their eyes. Here we go again. Why do you make everything such a big deal? So you stopped bringing things up. Then you tried explaining yourself. Once, maybe twice. And suddenly, you weren't hurt. You were dramatic. Attention-seeking. Too much. Different people. Same message. Over and over. It was never, "I'm sorry that hurt you." It was never, "Tell me more." It was always this. Your pain isn't the issue. You are. So you adjusted. You got quieter, smaller, easier. You stopped asking for things, stopped needing things out loud. You became the chill one, the low-maintenance one, the one who never makes a fuss. And people loved you for it. She's so easy. She never complains. And that's what really messes with you, because getting erased started to feel like being good, but nothing inside actually got smaller. The feelings just went underground. The pain, the loneliness, the anger you were never allowed to have. It was all still there. You just got good at hiding it. So good that sometimes even you believed the act. Here's what nobody told you. Some people really do feel more. Not because they're weak, because their brains are taking in more. In 2014, researchers put people in a brain scanner and showed them emotional faces. Happy, sad, angry, neutral. And they watched what happened. Some brains barely reacted. Others lit up. Not broken, not damaged, not defective. More responsive, more alert, taking in more. There's a name for it, sensory processing sensitivity. And it's not rare. Roughly 15 to 20% of people have this trait. It shows up across animal species too, which means this isn't some mistake. It's adaptive. It's old. It's stayed for a reason. You're not broken. You're built to register more. And this is where it really clicks. Some kids are more like dandelions. They can grow almost anywhere. Others are more like orchids. In the wrong environment, orchid kids struggle more. More anxiety, more pain, more of the damage. So people look at them and decide they're weaker. But that's not the full story. Because when orchid kids get the right environment, safety, support, people who actually listen, they don't just catch up. They thrive. They become what they were always capable of being. That same sensitivity that made them suffer in a bad environment becomes a strength in a good one. So no, you were not too sensitive for the world. You were in a world that handled your sensitivity badly. And this is the part that messes with you as an adult. Because the person who invalidated you doesn't have to be in the room anymore. You do it for them now. You hear it in your own head before you even finish feeling the feeling. You're overreacting. It's not that serious. And the one that really cuts, why are you like this? That's not your voice. That's their voice. You just adopted it so well, you forgot where it came from. And the cost is brutal. You stay in relationships that hurt you because you keep telling yourself you're overreacting. You let people cross your boundaries because somewhere deep down, you already decided your boundaries are the problem. You apologize for needing things. You numb out just to get through the day, then hate yourself for being numb. You cry alone over things you would never say out loud because you already decided they're too small to count. That's what this does. It turns you into your own invalidator before anybody else even gets the chance. Here's something else nobody says. When you're taught that your feelings are too much, you don't just learn to hide them. You start assuming that other people's comfort matters more than what you actually feel. So you shrink yourself. Accommodate everyone. Make yourself small and easy and convenient. And somewhere along the way, you lose access to what you actually feel, what you actually need, what you actually want. You get so focused on not being too much that you forget who you even are. How many years did you spend trying to become less human just to be easier for other people? I need you to hear this. Nothing was wrong with you. You were responding normally to things that weren't handled normally. Your sensitivity didn't need fixing. It needed safety. It needed people who could hold space for it instead of punishing it. But when people couldn't handle you, they did the easiest thing. They made it your problem, and you believed them because you were a kid, and kids believed the adults around them. But that story was never true. It was just the story you had to adopt to survive in that house, in that school, in that friend group. You don't have to carry it anymore. So try this. The next time you feel something and that voice jumps in, you're overreacting. It's not a big deal. Toughen up. Pause. Don't ask, am I too sensitive? Ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Because your emotions were never the enemy. They were information, signals, warnings, truth, and you're allowed to listen now. You didn't need to become less sensitive. You needed people who knew how to handle your sensitivity. And if they couldn't, that was never proof that something was wrong with you. That was their limitation, not yours. You've spent this whole video realizing that maybe you were never too sensitive. Maybe you were just taught to silence parts of yourself that deserved understanding. But realizing that is only the first step. Because the harder question is, what happens when you start feeling again after years of shutting it down?